Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Yasin, and today I'm going to show you one of the most effective strategies which you can use to get more high ticket clients, to get clients who are the top 100 in your niche market, top 100 companies in your niche market. So let's just take a quick example, and I want to explain it really quick. So suppose your target audience are hiring managers in the top 100 companies in US. So now if you go to cold pitching them, then it might take a lot of mails. It is not as effective as this strategy. So what you can do is ask them for an email interview or an audio podcast or a video podcast. I would recommend you to start with an email interview. So what is happening over here is that you're mailing them and asking them that if they're willing to give you an email interview, which is only for 5 to 10 minutes. And what you're going to basically ask in the email interview are a few questions like book recommendations, what is the routine like, how it is working in the top company, because you're mailing the top 100 companies. And then you are saying that you'll be posting this email interview on LinkedIn group, which you'll be creating specially for them. So for example, you'll be creating a LinkedIn group called hiring managers, or anything which is a created LinkedIn name where that it is about only for hiring managers. It's in a very geeky LinkedIn group and a very niche LinkedIn group, and it's only for the hiring managers in the top 100 to 1000 companies. So now you have mailed the top 100 companies, and the conversion rate is very very high. And believe me, the conversion rate is very very high because not a lot of people are messaging CTOs or CMOs or hiring managers or sales sectors for the interview. A lot of people message or want to talk with the founders or the CEOs, but the conversion would be very high when you target this niche audience. So if you are suppose your target audience are sales directors in a particular company, then asking them for an email interview would actually increase your conversion a lot, and the conversion rate would be very high. So if you mail 100 people, the conversion rate would be really up to 50 to 60, and even in the worst case, it would be around 25 to 30. So let's suppose you have mailed the top 100 companies, and then 25 people reply. And now what you do with this content? Now you have produced some content. So now you make a LinkedIn group where it is for the hiring managers and post it, 2 or 3 every day, and you can say them that we are posting it over here on this LinkedIn group, and you can follow the LinkedIn group where there are other hiring managers of the top companies. And what is the incentive for them to do this? And you're mailing them, you're just asking this email interview. What is the main incentive? That's the first thing which comes to your mind, and that's the first thing which might come to anyone's. So the basic thing is the main incentive for them is that we are making this group which is very niche, and we are actually asking them to their egos. So we are asking them, we know that we acknowledge that they're the top companies, and we want to know more about them. So it's that variety that we are touching of them, and that's the incentive that why will they play. And the second objective or second challenge comes is how can we keep this group very engaged. And the simple thing, as I said, once we target the top 100 companies, then we can target the top 500 companies, and the 500 companies, it's hiring managers, it becomes very easy because we can show them that the top 100 companies hiring managers are in our group, and they have already replied to our mail. And now the conversion rate will be around 70 to 80%, and a lot of people are going to reply, and you can build a really awesome community on LinkedIn, about 200 to 300 people just in a month. It's as simple as that. And once you build this community after a month or two, or after 3 months, once you build this 400 to 500 communities, there are two things you can do, which is that you can ask them for an event. You can ask them for an event, or you can ask them, you can just share a post on it, which is a case study of yours on how you solved a major problem for one of the big companies over out there. So you can just post a video testimonial on a video portfolio, or a case study of how you solve one of the problems for a big companies. And now you have this group which is you're actively posting the interviews, and they are also engaging, and their connections are also seeing that we are actively posting on the group, and it becomes a really good group. And once you post it, the conversion rate will be really high because they trust you, you have built the relations, and they know that you're doing something good. And once you show this case study or this portfolio, and let's suppose you have built around 300 audience, 300 community people of hiring managers of the top 1000 companies in the period of 3 months. And now once you post this, the conversion will be very very high. And let's suppose the conversion is even at the worst case, let's take it's just 4 to 5%, then you're getting around 9 to 10 clients in just one go, and they're all of the top companies. And once you get the client of the top companies, it becomes very easy for you to get the clients of the mid-sized companies, because now you have the authority, and you can show that you're working with the top companies. And now why what the, like and the most important thing about this study are the questions which you're going to ask. I haven't prepared the questions, in detail, but I want to tailor the questions according to your own company, your own, what is your own company or branding looks like. But I want to just share you a few questions which I prepared, which are on this. So, just like something like this, how do you manage your work? Or being in the marketing head of the top 100 companies, which book recommendations are the biggest incentive for them to join your group. Everyone wants to know what other people are reading. Every hiring manager wants to know what the other top companies hiring managers are reading, or every marketing head wants to know what other marketing heads are reading. So this is a very great strategy. Book recommendations is one of the best questions which you can ask, because everyone wants to know what others are reading. And this simple question, this one question might get you a lot of people into the group. And now you've built this community, you're running it for months, you're posting email interviews, and now once you after 3 months, once you got for 3 to 4 clients, then you can hop them onto audio podcast or a video podcast. You can hire a host, hire a podcast manager, and make a B2B video podcast. Now you're building more and more relationships with these top companies, and now you'll be one of the top brands of what you do in your niche market. And you can get there very simply by using this strategy in just 3 to 4 months, and you can build this crazy brand, wonderful brand, in just a year. And if you want me to go on detail on how I can help your own company or your own brand with this strategy, or like how I can make a tailored strategy for your brand, please let me know. You can reply to the email, or you can mail me in the Gmail given in the description, or you can message me on LinkedIn, which I'll be posting in the description. So if you do that, let's get on this quick strategy call where I can explain you how we can do this more detailedly, and this will work. And this will work brilliantly, and you'll be getting a lot of article clients, and you'll be scaling your business into 10 to 100x in the next 3 to 4 months. And so if you want to do that, please message me and let me know. And this is not an expense, this is an investment. This is a great investment for you to start scaling your business. Thank you for your time, thank you for watching till here. Please let me know what you think, and have a nice day, guys.